Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to the home of one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 18th, set atop Devil's Cauldron Volcano. I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're here today in the South Pacific Ocean. This course has it all: cliff shots, shortcuts, a skull-shaped green, and of course, the volcano. Frank, what do you make of this most unusual layout?
Rich, it's not for the faint-hearted. You'll see Buccaneers Bay out there to be avoided, like a lot of the traps out there. Anybody with a cutlass or, well, flying the wrong flag, stay away from them as well. But there's green fairways. There's a little green on the end with the right place to go. Find that, that's your treasure.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. This, the second shot here at the par 4. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin. Always found this to be hard, Frank. You're seeding, you're just fired up, you just knocked one out of bounds, and you have to kind of put it back together.
Yeah, this one better find the fairway.
Now, this will be counted as the fourth shot after going OB on that previous shot.
Not a problem there, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
At +2 already. Frank, here at the par 3 second, a player has to be really careful because you could take one across the bow.
And you've got to hit it with a cannon down here, long par 3. You get close to that green, see the water on the right there, plus the waterfall. A little commentary box up there. Hopefully he doesn't get ransacked during the course of play. Green well protected, as you'd expect, by 2 bunkers. You never know what you find in these bunkers.
You and I have been positioned in some really nice spots in our commentary boxes through the years. Pebble Beach, along the cliffs of the Pacific Ocean, the old course at St. Andrews. This might be the most unusual spot, a treehouse.
It is, especially when we got to walk across that bridge.
And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. So a tester from 4 feet. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Well, Frank, on this hole, the play obviously is to the left, but not too far left.
Too far left and you find the water. You'll find a watery grave down there, but you're right. Skinny fairway down that left side. This old Captain Hook does bend to the right. And a good tee shot, you just might be able to reach this par 5 into.
Funny that a hole called Captain Hook would bend to the right.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there.
Now the second shot to the par 5.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. And he's made the green. Settles in over the putt. Not the best start, 2 over par. Well, here at the 4th, the tee shot, Frank, requires a player to be extremely accurate. I mean, they do not give you a wide space to land that golf ball.
Plus that fairway is anything other than straight. It's more serpent-like. So you've got to know exactly how far you hit your drive at it so you can decide which part of that fairway to land it on. Wonderful backdrop in the distance, though. There's Devil's Cauldron, a volcano in the distance.
That is some sight.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. And setting up here in the rough. Played that one on the commercial side, as they say in the professional game, inside 30 feet.
Yeah, 27 feet to be precise, but to make it from there, that's asking for a bit.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, this is quite a hole, isn't it?
It's certainly not a hole to lose your head on. Short par 4, dogleg slightly to the right. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
So third shot now for Rory McIlroy. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Frank, hopefully top of your game and top of the world from this point at the 6th.
Huge elevation here, Rich, so obviously that tee shot is going to go that much further off the elevation, and that's really the goal. Tee it high, let it fly a little, keep it left of the needle top mountain on that left side, and really you won't have much left on this fairly short par 4.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Makes it and moves to 1 over. Frank, to get home in 2 on this par 5, the 7th, you'd need more than a great shot on your second. You'd need like a cannon shot, wouldn't you?
You'd need a cannon off the tee and a cannon for your second. Also, playing down the left side, you're going to make that 600-plus yards play that much longer. Really, the goal here is still make sure you get on the fairway, because this is a difficult fairway to hit, because it steeps down over several different levels, plus it's hardly flat. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This is a cross-country special. Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh, yeah, you'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. 8th hole's a par 3, Frank, with a most unusual green.
I'm really cross at this hole, Rich. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can 2-putt from there is a good result.
This putt for par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now at the 9th hole, Frank, not surprisingly, it's called Mermaid.
That's right. Just keep a little left there down that fairway. And really, it could be called Shipwrecked as well, because that's the line in the distance. Not overly long, not exactly straight. Just exactly what you'd expect at Treasure Island.
Pirates certainly left their mark on this hole. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
See if he can clip this one perfectly, drive it in there from about 120 yards. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Looks like he just misread that. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists say, forget about the bad shot, put it behind you. But you know, it just isn't that easy sometimes. You make the double bogey as he did on a previous hole. You're steaming mad. It's hard to let it go.
Well, it's like a lot of things in life, too. You've got to choose whether you want to be your own friend or your own foe. And, you know, right now you can see that he's fighting himself, and that's the biggest difference. You've got to realize your best friend out there is you.
Confidence right now clearly is shaken. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Ball sitting down here in the rough, and he's digging in. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
This is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of.
So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Moving on to the 11th, it's a par 5 right in the middle of Buccaneer Bay. And Frank, this is an ingenious design.
You got to keep both hands on the wheel here, Rich, because there's so many choices involved. Really 5 fairways to hit at, and then there's a landing area in the distance if you can't reach this par 5 and 2. Obviously, the further right you go, the shorter the hole gets. But look how much smaller the fairway gets.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Saves par, stays at 3 over. Twelfth hole, Frank, and just explain to me, where in the world do you go here?
Well, there's a choice of 5, really. But the last 2, I doubt anybody, unless they really power up, can find one of those 2 landing areas. Really the first 3. But those first 3 provide a lengthy second shot into what has to be one of the most difficult par 4s on the second 9.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Three over for the day. Par 5 13th now at Treasure Island, and Frank, this is a tremendous hole.
Many a person's become shipwrecked here at 13, Rich, because of the multitude of choices here. Firstly, with the tee shot, how far you hit it down there, and then, more importantly, with the second shot. So many different options there, even perhaps going for the par 5 and 2. Stay calm, stay dry, and you get through 13.
Easy for you to say, stay calm.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Now the second shot to the par 5.
So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy. And has it, and now at 2 over par. Frank, the thing about Treasure Island is at any point a player could stop and consider just where they are. And if they're not where they need to be mentally, they could really be thrown off their game. You're right at the base of a volcano here.
Well, it's a chance for your round to heat up, too.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Clean this up with a tap. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Oh, I thought he had that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2.
Frank, the climb continues here at the 16th. Tricky, especially off that tee. You can see there's trouble there on the left.
Devil's elbow. That's why it's called that, Rich. Aim a little far left, or don't find the landing strip, and you will pay a severe price on this dogleg right par 4. Plus, the green is just sort of cut right into the side of the volcano.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
He'll need to be strong with this. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. That one hurts. That's another bogey. Have to try to right the ship now, 3 over par. Now to the par 4 17th. 366 yards from the back tee here to the middle of the green. Not much room for error here, Frank.
Yeah, it mightn't be long, but the price you pay if you're offline, especially to the right, you pay with your life.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. Good-looking shot right here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Hasn't been easy, but he'll take it. That's a par. 3 over for the day. Frank, they dive for golf balls at 17, the Island Green TPC Sawgrass. They're not diving for balls here at 18 at Treasure Island, are they?
No, the finishing hole is a par 3. All the way across the lava, you'll find a green.
Just need to settle down, relax on this next shot after going out of bounds.
The amount of times somebody splits the fairway after hitting one out of bounds is astronomical.
So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB.
And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good. It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Ooh, inexcusable.
Just a couple of feet. No doubt would love to have this one back. That's a double bogey, 2 drop shots. Disappointing round overall, Frank. It looks as though the range is going to get a visit today.
Oh, yeah. Grab a bucket of balls and you've got to work out the swing as quick as possible.